Well, beloved dum-dum motherfuckers, what is going on, everyone? It is I. It is everyone's favorite jack of all trades with a foul mouth, Commodore Irvin, and welcome back to another awesome fucking video, guys. I greatly do appreciate it. And before I do dive into this bitch, big special shout out to all of you guys, all of my viewers and my subscribers, both new and old, for sticking around watching all this shit. The reason why I fucking do it is for all of you guys, so yeah. And this is going to be, well, this originally was going to be part 7, but then when I recorded part 7 or whatever, the original part 7 kind of got fucked and I couldn't use it, it corrupted and shit. And I already had gotten stuff done for part 8, and so, well, today this is going to be parts 7 and 8 of my build of the 1 to 535th scale model of the Mighty Mo herself, the USS Missouri from Revell. And in part 6 we dealt with painting and detailing the main deck of the ship, which is the big fucking deck piece. Well, today, as you can see, we have pretty much a fucking completed ship. And you're probably wondering, what the hell? Like I said, part 7 we did some stuff like put the main deck down, but like I said, it fucked up, so I'm just going to combine it all together. So after we had painted and detailed this whole main deck and got it done, okay, after we paint this whole damn deck down, then I went through what the instructions tell you to do. And I fucking went ahead and mounted this big ass deck down to the fucking hull. Okay? But the hull was not painted. I did not paint the hull. I just glued the main deck piece down to the hull, and that was that. The next thing I did after that shit was I took some contour putty and filled in the gaps and the cracks and the joints between the upper portion of the deck and the hull, and also filled it in around the big holes around that were around the gun tubs themselves, and let it dry. Fucking sanded it, filed it, all that shit, cleaned it all up, and then using my Wisconsin model as a fucking reference tool, I referenced off where the boot top was going to be. The boot top is that thick black stripe that runs on the ship. So I taped off the area for the boot top, and that was the first thing I painted on the hull, was the boot. After it was like 3 or 4 coats of black to build it up for the boot. And the colors I used for the boot, for the fucking boot top, is black by model color by Vallejo. And then the gray hull was next, which I used sky gray, also by Vallejo. And then finally the red, that red paint down there, I used hull red, also by Vallejo. Okay? And I coated it several times. 4 coats for that, 4 coats for that, and only 3 for the red. And I coated everything on the bottom. You can even still see where it says Revell 1953. So 3 coats of paint on that, 4 on that, and then 4 on the gray. And then after that, the next thing I did was I went ahead and I installed the main superstructure components, which was the bridge, the forward funnel and tower mast, and the aft funnel, because this section was on. Well, I glued the aft funnel on first, then I glued on this funnel and tower structure next, and then I finally glued on the bridge. And then after that, well, let me rewind it back. Before I mounted this deck down, I actually dealt with the turrets. I put the turrets onto the deck. There's these plugs that go up underneath the turrets. While I'm swiveling, there was a plug that went to that crane to make that crane fucking swivel, but it was too short and it wouldn't meet up. So the crane is stationary, but the turrets do spin and the barrels do elevate. See? Barrels do elevate, and all three of the turrets do fucking move. See? Guns do elevate. So, once I got them on there, then I glued the main deck down and painted the hull and that shit. And then we got Dad and the superstructure in place. And the next thing I did was add all the 5-inch mounts. The forward 3 I had facing forward. The aft 2 facing back. That's how they would have been stowed. And this one sits kind of fucking cockeyed because of the way this is here. But that's the way it is on fucking Wisconsin too. And then I installed all of the boffer mounts. There are 2 boffers at the bow. One on top of turret 2. One on each side in this location here. 2 here. There's a whole nest of them right here. And they are angled because, unlike on the Wisconsin, I actually drilled up the holes bigger so that the fucking plugs, or where they go into, as you see here, the holes weren't big enough for the plugs. So I drilled the holes out to make them fucking bigger to put them in. So they all fucking fit. Then we have some here on the deck. And we got the 2 mounts right on the stern. And once I installed all those guns, I went ahead and installed the 2 catapults and the 2 Curtis, or not Curtis, but the 2 Vong Seahawk planes. Or whatever, they're the 2 planes. They're on the ship. And then it's time, and then we went down to the fucking decals. Okay, now on the instruction sheet, it shows, see, your number 63 decal on the bow, and of course the name Missouri, one on the ass end of the ship. But I didn't use the decals that came with the kit, because honestly these decals look like fucking crap. They're horrible. So I dug out this old kit that I had worked on, the Atlantis Missouri, and I had some leftover decals from this model, and comparing them with the decals that were on the Wisconsin, it looked like it fucking worked. So we have the bow number 63. It's the same as on the other side. We have the stern number that says 63. And then we have the name, which says if I can zoom in, there we go, Missouri. There's that. See, that works. And so now, after I got all those decals and shit in place, I took a bunch of thread, which the thread I fucking used, this shit here by Coates and Clark. This is the shit that I use for ship's rigging. And oh, and by the way, I painted on the navigation lights. There's green on that side and red on that side, and the red tester's red, and the green is from Vallejo. But anyway, I installed all the rigging, and then I added some flags to finish her off. There's a stars and stripes there. There says stars and stripes there. Okay. I got some signal flags there. You guys tell me what those spell out, and I'll tell you. I'll give you a clue. Ship's nickname. And this one right here are letters. If you guys can tell me what those letters are, I'll tell you at the end of build review for this kit what those letters stand for. So anyway, and there we have it. That's the main ship herself. She's all fucking done. And now we have the display stands, which we built earlier on in the build. Let's go ahead and voila, guys. There she fucking is. There's the entire fucking model right there. USS Missouri, the Mighty Mo. She is now completed. She's completed and ready for display. And of course, there's your surrender plaque, which you can see it's right there on the deck. But there it is, though, right there. As we look along the ship, we can see all the detail that the ship has, the model has. And moving on to the stern, there's the nameplate that tells her her name, Missouri. And there you go. And voila, guys, there she is. The USS Missouri in the 535th scale by Revell. She is now completed. So I hope you guys enjoyed this special two-part, I guess, two-part and one, parts 7 and 8 of build, where we finished the Mighty Mo. Hope you guys enjoyed the build. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the fucking comment section below. I'll get back with you. If you're new to the channel like shit I fucking do, hit the fucking subscribe button, hit the damn notification bell. Never miss a video from yours truly ever again. Until next time, this is Commodore Urban saying that's smooth seas and clear skies. Happy sailing with you. God bless you all. Take care, stay safe, be yourselves. Jesus and the good Lord love y'all very much. Until next time, I'll catch you on warm trade when the hell anyone knows. And anchors away, motherfuckers. Yeah.